Well, welcome back to Mesa Marin Raceway, ladies and gentlemen, as we're set to go with our first main event of the evening, our Super Streets, which will be 20 laps. We have a championship to crown and a feature winner to crown. Maybe they'll be one and the same. On the front row, the number 42 of Gary Marlar, and the first time we've seen the 59 car in 1996 as Steve Reeves, who's been running at Kern County Raceway Park. Second row, Tom Sieber. On the outside, your point leader, number 32. That's the yellow and white car you see on your screen now, Kurt Miller. The third row, the 08 car is Gilmore, and then Carvasack is just to the right of your screen. 20 laps. Again, Kirk Miller is in the points lead. TK Carvasack in second. Your points in your Super Streets. Kirk Miller, TK Carvasack in second, John Cappy in third with 380, Jeff Drummond, Lee Acton, Gary Marlar, Steve Gilmore, Dana Moore, Greg Benner, and Tom Sieber for top 10. Lights have been turned out. Should be going green this time around. And it's Gary Marlar from Memory Lane and D Safety, number 42, sitting on the pole. Here for their final points race in 1996. They bring him down to the line, and it looks very good, and our starter lets him loose, and it's Steve Reeves, number 59. Guy who's been running out in the desert here for the 1996 season. Excited to come out here and play. But take a look at Kirk Miller, number 32. Guy is not going to hold back. He is running strong. TK Carvasack, there he is, the number 33. The red car on your screen. And there is fourth and fifth. This is how tight this pack is going to be. It is so hard to come out and run on a foreign track, and especially lead with these guys here. Steve Reeves right now only working lap 2, but Kirk Miller, second place, and looking for the inside, but can't make it happen. There was too much gap between him and your first place Steve Reeves. There's Cappy and Sieber, and that's fourth and fifth, and you just saw your leaders in the screen as well. Tom Sieber, 10th place in points. With the TK Carvasack is still second place, with Kirk Miller now in third. Cappy is in fourth. There you see first, second, and third. Oh, and Reeves, your leader, has just spun in turn number 4 with plenty of time for everybody to miss him. Now he continues on, kept the engine running, green flag stays out. So the man that was running very strong, a small mistake cost him from first to last here on lap number 3. So could it be this man in the lead? Yes, it is. TK Carvasack with his cadaver switchfoot on the right side of the car. And Kirk Miller in second place. And again, Kirk Miller, he'd like to win this event, but he wants to win the first ever Super Street Track Championship at Mesa Marin Raceway. Carvasack, knows what he has to do. He just has to win and see if bad luck will fall on Kirk Miller and see if that'll be enough spread to win the championship. In that battle, there was 19 points to separate first and second. Now look at Cappy, John Cappy, in the earlier races tonight. This guy was so strong. In fact, I think he set quick time. So Cappy now second place here on lap number 4. And Carvasack, your leader still at this point. Carvasack earlier tonight won the Trophy Dash. He has won the heat race earlier, looking for that hat trick, and he's giving us a little fire show there down the back straight with the sparks flying off a soft spring. That's Greg Benner and Gilmore. Greg Benner, his third or fourth trip here. Gilmore's been spotty in 1996. But these guys, they know each other. Benner's real excited about 1997 as well. Running a few races in 1997 is his schedule. And then, of course, running other tracks as well. Gilmore didn't have a chance to talk to him, see where he's going to go. Right now, he wants to go right to the front. But there's a great deal of distance. They were in turn number 1. And your leader, with Cappy on the outside, they're in turn number 3. Gilmore right now is in turn 2. So there's a straightaway that separates 6th place from your leader. And right now, that could change. John Cappy with the horsepower to spare, running on that outside racing groove on TK Carvasack. Ooh, Gilmore, the right front smashed in heavily in turn number 4. What was 6th place? Now is the tell in the field, and his night has got to be over after that really tough hit in turn number 4. They go to the yellow flag, and it's going to be Cappy at the line on lap number 8. John Cappy. That big guy. He is quite a tall guy out of Reseda. Sponsored by Howard Griggs Consulting, Motorola, Norm's Automotive, Karen and Steve Novikov, and BKP Chiropractic Clinics. Your leader right now. And then there's Carvasic, and he will go up there and talk with John Cappy. See how they sort this one up. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with more from our Super Streets at Mesa Marin Raceway. The Mesa Marin Raceway here on lap number 10 of our Super Street main event. I'm Dave Sullivan along with Steve Wilson on the boards and Barry McKee over down pit side. TK Carvasic is your leader. Second place, John Cappy. This guy's been so strong the last 3 races. Your point leader, Kirk Miller. Dana Moore is in 4th. 5th place, Greg Benner. 6th place, Sieber. Then Steve Reeves, and then Gary Marlar, who started on the pole there on the back end. Green flag comes out. Carvasic with Cappy working on him on the outside one more time. Carvasic is not going to give Cappy that inside unless it's just by sheer accident. Look at Cappy run up on the backside of him and look for that second groove. Now he's looking for the inside. Oh, just as I said there, he won't go to the inside. There he is out of turn number 4, had a brief peek, but catching Carvasic is one thing. Passing that man is something else entirely. Carvasic. This division has been a great asset as Cappy goes underneath, forces that car underneath, literally. Just made a left turn, and will he hang on to it out of turn number 4? Carvasic and John Cappy. They're going to come to the line, and Carvasic has a slight edge, but Cappy has that inside line. That Carvasic in the 33, that red and yellow 33 car, has been running all night long. Check this action out. John Cappy, he's running the wheels off that thing, and Carvasic, number 33, there on the right side of your screen, he is running hard. Now, he falls back in a second, and John Cappy will lead this lap. Meanwhile, back here, a good battle between Steve Reeves and number 31, Sieber. The 31, that's the car there, who's got way out of shape out of turn number 2, and kind of brings her back in, running straight down the back straightaway. Tom Sieber, good to see him back. Man has run here many times at Mesa Marin Raceway. Not this year, but throughout the years, Tom Sieber. Sieber, for the limited amount of times that he has been here, he has done pretty well in the points. He currently sits 10th. Now, on November the 10th, we will honor our top 10 drivers in each division. So he will be awarded as a little spin there in turn number 4. Steve Reeves does it again, but it keeps it fired up, man. Steve Reeves, once again, his first trip around here at Mesa Marin Raceway. And still under the green here, working lap number 15 on our Super Street main event. As the NASCAR Western Racing Series comes to a close here tonight, we have the October Classic in October and the Modified Stock Classic in October as well. So we're not done racing, but the championship season ends tonight at Mesa Marin Raceway. Thanks to R.J. Reynolds Tobacco Company in Winston and NASCAR. Up in front, John Cappy is your leader. TK Carvasic, 2nd place. 3rd place is Kirk Miller. There's 4th place, number 84, Dana Moore, you know, who's had a pretty impressive season. I haven't talked a lot about this man, but Dana Moore, 8th in points out of Canyon Country, 124 points. There is Greg Benner, the number 26. Greg Benner, 9th in points, the fine racer out of Whittier, California. Greg Benner races with us about 6 or 7 times this year. Those guys, they've been here every race. John Cappy, TK Carvasic, a division that came out of Saugus, California. When Saugus closed, they needed a place to run, and they ran several years at Saugus. Caution comes out, and we got a car high in turn number 2. So on lap number 18, it gives these guys a chance to cool the tires down, and everyone will group back up. So this gives the 3rd place car you see on the right-hand side of your screen there of Kirk Miller a chance to quite possibly improve over number 33, TK. Sieber's got something broke on the car. It's been throwing sparks the last 5 or 6 laps. I can't really tell if it's We're going to keep an eye on him down the front straightaway and see if it's a tire or maybe a shock absorber. It's underneath the carriage, and there's a black flag out for him. Tom Sieber will be going down pit row and try to fix that, and that will spell probably the end of his evening, since we only have 2 more laps to run here tonight in our Super Street main event. But so much more going on here. So much going on in the October Classic as well, including a big truck rodeo to start off the October Classic there in the front parking lot, I guess. I haven't received a lot of literature on that, but late model stock cars, Winston West. We're going back to green very quickly here, and here comes TK Carvasic. He's going to try to catch Cappy asleep. No. John Cappy puts the accelerate to the firewall, hangs on to it. Carvasic. Kurt Miller will just try to run here. Carvasic runs right up on the back bumper of your leader, John Cappy. Cappy now. See how Cappy's closing on that inside lane. He doesn't want Carvasic to have the inside lane. The white flag is out. This is actually the final race for this division until 1997 at Mesa Marin Raceway. Thanks to Valley White Bank, Rio Bravo Resort, and Justin Boots tonight. They're bringing you this fine event at Mesa Marin Raceway. Carvasic is not done yet. Boy, he drove it in hard in turn number 3, trying to look for that outside groove. Our starter has the checker flag out, and John Cappy is your winner. Second place is TK Carvasic. Third place is Kirk Miller. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back with the interviews of our winners and our
Super Street Stock. Let's hear it for John Cappy. We will talk with the Super Street Stock 1996 Mesa Marin champion in just a few moments, Kirk Miller. But first of all, John, come on over here. Been a pretty good season finale for you. Fast time tonight, and winning the feature, you got to be happy.
Oh yeah, and I got to thank a few people. First, Howard Griggs, because without him, we would never ever come to the racetrack. I want to thank name droppers, and especially BKP Chiropractic, because if it wasn't for them last week, I would never be able to get in and out of this car either.
You know, let's also thank Mesa Marin and the Collins family for bringing these Super Street Stocks up here. Formerly Street Stock cars down at Saugus. They found a place for you up here and ran a good show.
Yeah, it's great, and I like having 10 cars out here. We get a good turnout the last time. It was a good race. I wasn't sure what we were doing under the yellow, but I figured I'll let TK go. He's running for trying to catch Miller for the points, and I figured, well, I'll get him later.
And you definitely did. Congratulations.
Thanks. Hey, happy birthday, Howard.
John Cappy, your winner in the Super Street Stock main tonight. But over here, let's go to the champion and for our championship interview, Mr. David Sullivan.
Thank you, Barry. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to announce the first ever Super Street track champion at Mesa Marin Raceway for 1996. Ladies and gentlemen, Kurt Miller. Well, what's it feel like, big guy? What does it feel like?
Oh, this is great. This is great. You know, Mesa Marin was great for us. They took over where Saugus left off. Last year we were kind of, shorted out. It was a season cut short. For us, it was 6 points out of first when they cut the season out. And this feels great. It feels great for everybody's efforts paying off.
Well, let's talk about everybody, the crew, the family, the friends. It's not only drivers, because you guys tell me this. It's not something I observe, although I know it. But it's your sponsors that stuck behind you here. And it's that good, tight racing from Carvasic and Drummond and Cappy tonight and the rest of the guys. And I tell you what, you lost a lot of the battles, but you won the war, and that's what counts, man. Your family, your friends, and what a great effort they put together as well.
That's it. This is definitely a team effort. It takes more than somebody just driving the car. It's everybody working on the car during the week. All the sponsors and fans and friends helping out to get the car here, every time we race. And we just want to thank everybody. We want to thank all the fans for coming out. We appreciate it.
Well, we want to thank you, the Super Streets, and our new track champion, Kirk Miller, ladies and gentlemen. Don't you go away.